Tonight on Optimal Play, we're going on a familiar adventure in Heroes of Terrinoth. This is actually a reskinned reboot of the game Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game, which we played and really enjoyed. I'm here with Ryan, Kyle, Mark, and my name is Brandon. And we are taking on one of the easier quests in the box, we think. This quest is called Battle in the Mistlands. Ryan, would you introduce us to the quest?
Sure. Story so far. You rally at Rothfield to march into the Mistlands. Scouts have reported that Wykar the Undying has launched another probing attack into Terrinoth. The forces arrayed to repel the undead scourge are impressive, but they still welcome every able hand willing to venture into the Mistlands. You are given a company of Dakan infantry and crossbowmen to command. Owing to your heroic reputations, you are tasked with targeting Wykar's lieutenant, Ankar Morrow, whose necromancy keeps the reanimates in endless numbers. Defeating him could break the back of the invasion force. The Dakan army marches into the Mistlands. The hostile marshes and volcanic escarpments make the going difficult, and the distant, ubiquitous grinding noise emanating from the deeper in Wykar's domain seems to upset the rhythm of your march. It takes only half a day before spotting Ankar Morrow's force. You wait for the horn that signals the attack should begin, and when it comes, you lead your company into battle.
All right, I like it. The other quests have been a little more about like going on a journey in the woods or something. This is just all-out battle.
Lots of marching in the Mistlands.
Let's do it. So, this may shock you if you're not familiar with this game. Heroes of Terrinoth is a game about heroes. We've each chosen one to represent us. Kyle, want to tell us about your hero?
Okay. I am a warrior, and my name is Krutzbeck.
I am playing the mage Landrek the Wise.
You always like to choose characters that are nothing like you. I like that.
Oh, thank you.
I am our party's healer. I am Avric Albright.
I'm playing the scout, Carrie Wraithstalker.
Alright. The game plays out in a series of rounds where we each take one of our actions and exhaust it after resolving it, hopefully defeating enemies, exploring locations along the way, and so on. Our goal on this scenario is to explore... What is our goal?
Yeah, it is.
If Ankar Morrow is defeated, you win.
Yeah. All right.
There you go.
Every quest has a nemesis that is an integral part of the quest and is hounding you along the way. The goal is not always to defeat that nemesis, but in this case, it is. So we are up against Ankar Morrow. He will appear... He'll spawn into our game when we explore this deck of 3 locations, and then we just have to slaughter him. All right.
Hopefully not get slaughtered by his spine weapon.
I don't think we discussed who the party leader is going to be at the start, but Kyle has the party leader torch in front of him, so...
I think we should choose.
I'm
okay with that. I'm okay with this.
The torch is chosen.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. All right.
Okay, the first location we're at are the Twisting Halls, a dungeon location where 5 enemies are about to spawn. One of them is face up, and Kyle, as party leader, is going to receive it.
Okay.
What'd you find?
Oh my god, a rat swarm.
All right, have fun with that.
Yeah.
And for the rest of us, or for the party, there are 4 enemies face down in something called the Shadows, where we can either be proactive, try to engage these and destroy them, or we can sit on our heels until they decide to flip and attack us.
Just let Kyle deal with all of it.
He is the warrior,
I agree.
right?
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll toss you a heal.
That's fine, yeah. I'm okay with it.
Okay, well, why don't you start us off with your action, Kyle?
I'm going to cleave. It says you may become engaged with 1 enemy. I already am. Before resolving this action, you may target up to 2 more enemies, but I don't know if that's totally necessary.
You can't target enemies in the shadows unless it's
Yeah.
a ranged attack.
Okay, so yeah, totally not necessary.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay. All right. 2
Not bad.
2 damage, and
Okay. And then I...
does that swarm have any resilience?
Nope.
No,
Sweet,
it doesn't.
okay, so it's
So
all
2
dead.
damage there, and then I block his damage.
Yes.
So I'm good. Alright, awesome.
Nice. Mark, what are you up to?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and repel, which is my explore action. So I'll go ahead and roll for my exploration here. And so far so good.
A crit.
So that's a total of 4 on that.
Very nice. So we get 4 progress on the Twisting Halls.
Okay, I get to draw and resolve 1 exploration card here. This is a healing potion. It's an item. I may discard this card before or after a hero's activation. If I do, that hero recovers 4 health.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I can use it on anyone.
Yeah.
And then finally, I can choose to exhaust another activation card to choose one enemy engaged with another hero and make them retreat back into the shadows. So I think I'm actually going to help you out so you don't have to deal with those rats right away.
Okay.
So push it back into the shadows,
Alright.
and that's my turn.
Cool.
Oh, and actually, sorry. I resolved my action but did not spend any success tokens, so I get 1 success token because of my hero's ability.
Nice.
Oh, very cool. I think I'm going to aid one of you even though no one needs to be healed.
If you aid me, I can do damage to something on my turn.
That
You
sounds
can finish
awesome.
off this rat swarm. It's back in the shadows. So.
So I'm going to use my field medicine. I'm going to start my aiding for 2 dice. That's a critical for a reroll. Another one.
Nice.
So 4 successes total. Ryan, why don't you take 4 success tokens?
I will gladly take
You
4.
can spend those later for automatic successes on your actions. The hero I aided may ready 1 activation card and also recovers 2 wounds. Neither of those help
Great.
you out. Okay.
All right. Well, my abilities is before my action, I may discard a success token to choose an enemy, and that enemy suffers 1 damage. So I'm going to do 1 damage to that rat swarm, which should finish it off, right?
Yeah, that's
Right.
good.
That'll do it.
And then I'm going to use my explore action, which is called Blaze a Trail, and carry Raid Stalker's quotas. We still have some daylight left and much work to do. So I roll 2 dice to explore, and I got 2 crits.
Nice.
Did anyone tell you we're in the halls of a dungeon? There's no daylight.
Oh.
Just-
There's daylight somewhere. Somewhere there.
You
is
see me
daylight.
blazing a trail fine nonetheless.
So I got a total of 5 progress onto the
Wow.
twisting
All right.
halls.
That'll
Okay,
do it.
Let's
so
put that on there.
Do we even need 5? We only need 3, right?
Put it all on there because there are ways to lose progress.
We just need 1 more
Okay.
3.
Yeah, we're at 9 out of 7, so we can travel very soon.
All right.
Yeah.
And then, so now I get to draw 2 exploration cards and choose 1. All right. Okay, so I got 2 cards. One of them is an ambush, which is good, and the other one is a sudden move, which is bad. So I'm going to put the bad one on the bottom of the deck and choose the resolve ambush. It says I may exhaust 1 activation card. If I do, choose up to 2 enemies in the shadows. Each of those enemies suffers 1 damage.
Wow.
It says you maneuver to your enemy's unprotected flank, catching them flat-footed.
Very nice.
So I don't know anything about these enemies, so I'll just
No.
pick the 2 closest to me, and we'll give them both.
Okay, so exhaust 1 of your activation cards,
I will choose to exhaust my draw attention card, which is
Sure.
my aid card.
and you're going to learn a lot more about these enemies because you flip them when you damage them.
All right, so I flip this one. It is another rat swarm,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have a reanimate warrior.
Okay, that was everyone's actions, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we move on to the peril phase. This quest actually works quite a bit differently than the one that we played as a practice. Instead of having this track where you normally just move in a linear fashion down this track and the events of the story play out, we choose one of the 3 peril effects that we want each round. I'm not going to read them all out loud, but at the moment because it's kind of a lot of text. But essentially, one of them represents us resting, and we get to upgrade some of our abilities. One of them represents us falling back from the enemies for a beat, and one of them represents us pushing forward and attacking. So the party leader chooses which of those we do. Yeah, you got a lot of responsibility, Kyle. Sorry about that.
This is a democracy, though. I'll
Yeah.
take everything that you guys say with.
I'm looking at the shadows. If we decide to rest, 4 more enemies get drawn in the shadows, 1 per player.
Well, but then we
But-
can just immediately go somewhere else and don't have to deal with the things in the shadows, right?
Yeah, actually, because so there's going to be an enemy phase where some of them will advance before we
True.
get to travel. But any of them that don't advance, that is true. They will remain in the shadows, and they'll go away when we travel.
So
Seems like a good time for that.
to do which one?
To rest and upgrade an ability each.
Yeah, we have progress to lose. The other thing I'm thinking is that we have 3 of us have the attack action available to us. So if we did want to pick clobber, now would be an excellent time to do some clobbering.
And that is true. We do have a lot of attacks up. And I had glossed over that detail that we lose 4 progress from the location if we rest.
Oh,
meaning
4.
Since we only
Oh, we
are
wouldn't,
2
yeah.
above the threshold, we wouldn't travel if we did that one.
Got it.
I like clobbering.
You like clobbering?
Yeah.
So we're just saying, okay.
Let's attack.
Okay, so party leader. That's final choice for choosing the red.
Attack.
Alright, so
Go for it.
here's what it says. Each hero claims a success token
Excellent.
Cool.
and becomes engaged with one enemy in the shadows. That enemy suffers 1 wound. Spawn 1 enemy engaged with each hero. When the peril token is on this space, so for the following round, we apply 1 success to the results of any attack actions. So actually, a lot of enemies are pretty much enemies spawn no matter what you choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a battle.
But we're going to travel. Like we didn't lose any progress on our travel is a big benefit here. So did everyone get a success? Could you hand me one? And then starting with Kyle, you can choose an enemy in the shadows to become engaged with, and it will take a wound.
Yeah, so that reanimate warrior will die.
Yeah, so if you want to be greedy, you can take the reanimate warrior and end up with nothing.
My attack is ranged, so if I take the enemy that's just going to die immediately, I can still help somebody else.
That's true. Yeah, I like that. Mine is not ranged. And then 2 enemies are just...
I can
Who
also
knows what the hell you'll find.
Yeah.
on my turn I'll deal 1 damage to the rat, so I can engage something else if I take that one.
So should I leave those for you guys and take?
Yeah,
What
I
were
think...
those
yeah, go for a face down one.
Okay.
See what you get.
Okay.
What did you find?
Wraith, undead minion. If this enemy is in the shadows when the party travels, it is not discarded, but it engages me, right? So
It follows us. Yeah, it does engage you, and you get to put a wound on it.
Okay, awesome.
Alright, Mark, what are you engaging?
Alright, so I'll take the reanimate warrior and just let it die right away.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, it's cool. Leave the shadowy unknown monster for the healer. I found a reanimate warrior. It's another one. It's another minion. It has shield bash and advance. We've seen one of these already. So if you could hand me 1 wound, I'll put that on there. Thank you. And that leaves you the rats, Ryan.
Right, yep, and they take a damage.
Now spawn 1 enemy engaged with each hero. Kyle,
Great.
what'd you find?
Reanimate warrior.
Lots of those.
He got
Yeah.
the master reanimate warrior.
Oh,
You did. Every type of monster has 2 minions and a master in this deck,
Mm.
and the master is usually similar but just better in every way. So enjoy that. Here you go, Mark.
Alright, I got some goblin archers.
I think that's a new one. Okay.
Doesn't seem too bad.
I found another wraith. That seems fairly bad. It's a minion though. And
I have the master goblin archers.
ooh, okay.
So the goblin archers like to be in the shadows. Their
Yeah.
first ability only triggers if it's in the shadows. So having them
okay.
engaged is good,
Oh, and then they retreat second.
and then do damage.
Yeah, right. You want to keep them on you. Okay, so that is everything for the peril effect, and then as long as this peril token is on this space, we apply 1 success to all of our attacks. So +1 to our attacks this round. Next is the enemy phase. We're starting with the party leader. You have to resolve one of the enemies. If you have any enemies in front of you, it has to be one of those ones. So where are you gonna start, Kyle?
Let's do Wraith.
Okay,
So,
what's the wraith do?
it's retreat.
Okay, so put it back in the shadows is what retreat does,
Yeah.
and then inflict.
And then inflict.
So it does 1 wound to you.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take that.
All right, mark your
Okay.
archers.
My archers are going to take an aimed shot, which doesn't actually do anything since it's not in the shadows.
Sweet.
And then it will retreat and then inflict. So I need to take 1 wound.
We're about to travel, and all these things are retreating. This is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Only one of mine's gonna retreat, but
The condition on the wraith though says it stays in the shadows even after we travel.
it does. Yeah, so we're not gonna leave as much behind as we'd like. I'll resolve my wraith 2. It will retreat and then inflict 1 on me.
All right. So there are 2 ways that I can resolve this, and since I get to choose, I'm going to be greedy. So the goblin archers say that they will take an aim shot, and then they will retreat, and then they will inflict. So the aim shot does nothing, and then they retreat into the shadows, and then they inflict me for 2 damage.
Okay.
Back to Kyle.
All right, reanimate warrior. First, it's gonna do its shield bash. I can exhaust 1 activation card or suffer 1 damage. I have 14. Oh, actually, are we resting next turn though? Kinda.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
probably. We do want to get some upgrades in, so resting next turn sounds smart.
Yeah. I have 14 health. I'll just take the
Just take the
damage.
wound.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a reanimate warrior also, so I'm looking at shield bash 2. I'll take a wound also. Thank you. And your rat swarm.
Alright, my rat swarm says that this enemy becomes engaged with the hero with the most engaged enemies. Humble rodent isn't much of a threat on its own, but in great numbers they can be deadly.
So who are they great numbering against?
Do multiple people have 1 or does anybody have 2?
I only have 1.
We just each have 1.
Alright, then I will choose.
You can choose yourself.
I will choose not myself.
Just thought you might be interested in that.
I will choose our party tank.
Thank you.
It doesn't say they inflict though, right?
Yeah.
Right, they just sit there.
They just
Great.
move, yeah.
And if you make me party leader, then I will
Finish it off.
finish it off
Okay.
before it gets to Noonie.
Oh, so you're campaigning too. Freaking scouts. Okay, last part of the round is the travel phase, where since we have enough progress, we may travel if the party leader wants to. What would you like
Travel.
to? Okay, the first thing we do is discard the progress from the location. Then Kyle chooses a new party leader, if you'd like to.
Oh, I mean, I think I can kill the rat by myself, so I don't have to pick you.
If you pick anyone who goes, like anyone else, even these guys, then I'll go before you and get to kill it before it could negatively impact you. So it doesn't have to be me.
Yeah. Does anybody want to be party leader?
I don't actually specifically need to be party leader.
I have strong opinions on the direction this party should be going. Yes! You've entered my army now. And we're going to the Chamber of Statues, where we spawn 4 face-up enemies right now. It's going to take 9 progress to get out of here, and at the end of the travel phase, the party leader rolls an enemy die. On a counterattack, he or she suffers a wound or spawns one enemy face down in the shadows.
That was good timing.
This place sucks.
That was good timing.
Wow,
to
do
get out
you
of
think we
party
have
leader.
enough?
But do we,
Alright.
we leave some of these enemies behind, right?
Thank you. Yes, when we travel, anything that is in the shadows,
That isn't a wraith.
yeah, would be discarded, except the wraiths have an ability that leaves them. So we do leave behind 2 goblin archers.
And then get a whole load of new enemies.
We sure do. Mine is goblin archers.
I receive another rat swarm.
A master.
Ooh, a
one.
master, yes.
Oh,
I
there it
got
is.
a wraith.
The master wraith.
And
Nice.
I got a goblin witcher. Goblin's reputation for stupidity isn't really fair. You only need to face the magic of a goblin witcher to see they can be smart when there are shinies on the line.
Goblins in this IP they're pretty great. They're the biggest, just like dumbasses.
These goblin archers are sitting inside the bowstring, which seems like
Yes.
it will be painful.
One of them is holding the bow and one is pulling back the string. It'll probably go fine. What could go wrong there? Goblins are a cowardly but avaricious lot. That's right, we saw that when we played before and had a long debate over the meaning of the word avaricious. It is a fancy way of saying greedy, I think we
Yeah.
decided.
Okay.
Did we look that up?
When there are shinies on the line.
Yes. And they won't back down from enriching themselves if the odds are in their favor. Did everyone draw? I got distracted by flavor
Yes.
text. Okay, actions. Starting with me now as the party leader. I've got a lot of enemies on me. Time to clobber. Unfortunately, I can't target multiple enemies like some of you can. So I'm just going to target the one that I am most likely to kill. Or sorry, it takes the most damage to kill actually, which is the goblin archers, because I'm probably going to get plenty of damage here. When I clobber, I may become engaged with one enemy. You know what? Actually, sure. I'll go for a wraith. Let's see how this goes. Someone can always pull something off of me if I'm in over my head.
Healer's taking a lot of responsibility here.
Yeah. So we do get 1 automatic success because we're in attack formation. And also, I have a success token that I will spend. So I have 2 successes going into this, and I'm going to roll 2 white dice and 3 black dice for my 3 enemies. Okay, a total of 5 damage that I'll get to distribute, and only 1 counterattack from the enemies. So with 5 total successes, that is plenty to take out the Wraith. 1 to its resilience and 3 to its damage. Will kill that thing. And the counterattack, I take damage from the strongest enemy in front of me. So the reanimated warrior is going to do 2 to me, if you could. Oh, I'll flip one of these wounds over. 3's on the back.
Nice.
Ryan, you're up.
Alright, so before I choose my action, I'm going to use my ability to discard a token, and I know I promised Kyle that I'd rescue you, but I feel like taking bad guys off of our healer is more important.
I agree.
So yeah, I'm just defending my leader. So I'll choose to do a damage.
Oh, we're starting to see how this works. Whoever holds the torch, he tells them, well, yeah, I'll put all the damage on your enemies.
Exactly.
You had a chance to keep it.
So I will deal my damage to the reanimate warrior, so he'll die.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to use my attack action, which is a precise strike. I may become engaged with one enemy, so I'm going to choose to become engaged with these goblin archers.
Oh, wow. All right, I like your style all of a sudden.
And then I'm going to I make an attack. I have 4 success tokens. I figure I'll spend 2. I'm going to target this master rat swarm.
Okay.
Let's hope we get some damages. Okay. So I got a crit and shield, and I get to reroll this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got a second hit. So that's going to
5
be
damage.
5 damage, plenty to take out this master rat swarm.
Very nice.
And then we got.
So you roll a skull on the enemy dice. If you roll 1 or more skulls, then the Nemesis' ability is going to happen once.
Got it.
Which says, on Ankar Morrow, this enemy or an undead enemy recovers 2 wounds. So I think this enemy is actually Ankar Morrow himself. So an undead enemy recovers 2 wounds. Are there any undead enemies still
The
living?
wraith over here is undead.
That looks like it. Alright, we gotta take that wound off the wraith.
But I took bad guys off of you, killed something, and took no damage.
I'd
I
call
chalk
that-
that up as a win.
I'd call that pretty solid.
Yeah.
Jeez, Kyle, you still have 3 enemies?
I have 3 enemies and I already used my attack, so I can't
Oh.
do anything.
Hmm. Well, good thing you
I-
have armor.
Yeah, I think because my rest action allows me to exhaust one minion engaged with me, so this thing wouldn't be able to attack me in
That's
the
true.
enemy phase, right?
Right.
So
I'm gonna use my arcane bolt on my turn to at least try to do some damage to something against you.
okay. I can't help you though, so unless you can get like 3 damage on him, I feel like my only move is to exhaust him.
Yeah,
Okay.
that gets your rest back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
what all does regroup do?
So you may exhaust one minion engaged with you,
Cool.
and then I roll 1. When resolving this action, apply +1 shield to the results.
Okay. And you only roll enemy dice for the ready enemies. So you're gonna roll 2 dice. 2 black
Oh,
dice.
Okay.
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 So each success when you're resting heals you by 1, so you can take those 2 wounds off of you.
Awesome, but I get 1, right?
That is 1 counterattack for the enemy. That means the strongest enemy is going to do its damage to you. So you actually take 3 from the Wraith.
Great.
And I think your regroup said that you have an extra shield on your result, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you actually subtract 1 from that.
Okay.
Too. So you okay? So,
So
you,
all that work for...
you broke even.
Yeah,
you
okay.
exhausted
I'm okay
some
with
rats,
that. I'm okay
and
with that.
the last step there is ready all your activation cards.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay. For my action, I'm going to use my arcane bolt. I can become engaged with one enemy. I don't think I want to at this point.
Blame you.
My attack is a ranged attack, so I'm actually able to attack anything across the table. And I'm going to try to help Kyle out a little bit here by attacking the reanimate warrior. I'm trying to decide if I want to spend some automatic success tokens on this.
And you
here.
do have 1 success to your attack from the peril that we chose.
Okay. I'll go ahead and spend 1 here just
Okay.
to make it a little more sure.
You've got 2 going into the die roll.
Nice.
That's a great roll. Keep rolling that crit.
And
Okay.
so that's 4 damage? Or
They could-
5 damage.
Total 5, yeah.
Oh, wow, you could have taken out the raid.
I could have done the raid. But bye-bye reanimate warrior.
Yes.
That's it for my turn, and I'll go ahead and exhaust that.
Very nice. Back to the peril phase. So we must choose a different peril this round. We can either take the rest, or we can take the... Let's take a look at this aid one. Each hero will be able to choose one enemy, engage with him or her to retreat. Each hero discards one progress from the active location or spawns an enemy face down in the shadows. Since we made no progress that round, it's going to spawn a lot of enemies, and the party cannot travel this round. For the next round, we'll get a success and a shield on any aid actions, which my aid is down.
I have to rest this turn.
So,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we won't get the full benefit from
Yeah.
the rest action.
So I think we...
haven't explored it all.
Right, I think we need to take it, though. To take the rest peril, which spawns enemies in the shadows, and it improves our healing on rests this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. Party leader has spoken. Spawn one enemy in the shadows for each hero. Face down. Could you spread those out for me?
Sure thing.
Thank you. The party leader may discard progress from the active location equal to the number of heroes. Unfortunately, we don't have that. If I had, each hero would get to upgrade an activation card. While the peril token is in this space, apply one success to the results of all rest actions. So anyone who rests this round gets healed by an extra one. Enemy phase, we get to meet these new friends right away. It starts with me. I don't have anything in front of me, so I'm going to activate something from the shadows. Let's take door number 3. A Goblin Witcher. It's the Master. It hexes. If this enemy is engaged with you, become weakened. It was not engaged with me, it's still considered to be in the shadows. It retreats, and it inflicts for its 2 damage. So it is still in the shadows, exhausted, since it has acted this round, and it's inflicted 2 on me. Ryan, you must start with your archers.
Yep, so I get an aim shot, which does nothing, and then it retreats, and then it will inflict. So I will take 2 more damage.
Just 1 damage.
Oh, just 1 damage, because it's not the Master.
Kyle, you got a Wraith.
Yes, I do have a Wraith. It's going to retreat and then inflict
Ouch, 3 more damage.
for 3 damage, yeah.
It's a good thing we're resting.
And since it's already acted, go ahead and exhaust it out in the
Oh,
shadows.
okay, yeah.
Alright. My Goblin Witcher is going to hex me. Because he is engaged with me, I become weakened. Which hopefully I'll be able to take care of pretty soon since I'm going to be resting. That at the start of your activation, if all of your activation cards are ready, to discard this card. At the end of your activation, either exhaust 1 activation card or suffer 1 damage.
Okay, so you might end up with a damage from that.
Yeah. And then the Goblin Witcher will retreat and inflict. Running out of space with all these enemies.
Yeah. Alright, well there's enough here for us to go around the table again, so I am actually starting to rack up the damage, which I'm not thrilled about, so I'm going to just choose the Wraith because I can see it only does 1 damage. It just has retreat and inflict, so 1 damage to me, and we'll exhaust that.
I'm going to pick this mystery enemy, which is a cave spider.
New one.
It says, if this enemy is engaged with you, become poisoned. It is not engaged with me, luckily. Then it will advance, and then it will inflict. Of all Terrinoth's dangers, its giant arachnids are the worst. The best way to deal with them is to set the surrounding area alight. It's the only way to be sure. Bright Carver's Bestiary.
I've got the torch.
Alright.
Let's get this going.
What's a bummer is that this is a master creature, and my rest ability lets me exhaust a minion engaged with me.
Oh yeah.
I think what I'm actually learning is the best way to take care of spiders and everything else other than wraiths is just to leave.
Yeah,
So run away.
starting to seem that way. Okay, another enemy for you, Kyle. One of the face down ones.
Okay. I got a reanimate archer who is going to retreat and then inflict
Okay,
2 damage.
2 damage.
Okay.
This is adding up. Luckily, we're
It
mostly
is.
resting this round. Maybe everyone but you.
Alright, well, not much option left. And so I'm going to get the other cave spider here, which will just try to poison, but can't, advances on me, and then inflicts 1 damage.
Okay, I think that's all the enemies.
Yes.
Okay, so we ready them all. And that includes your rats, Kyle.
Yes. Go.
And it's the travel phase. We will not be traveling on account of we have 0 out of 9 progress on the location. But the location says, at the end of the travel phase, the party leader rolls an enemy die. On a counterattack, which we got, I suffer one wound or spawn one enemy face down in the shadows. We can't take more enemies. Hand me a wound, please.
I have my healing potion that I could use on you at some point if your rest doesn't go well enough.
That's true.
Or if you want to explore.
That's very good to have. I am tempted to forage because we need progress, and and rests have an extra ability if all of your cards are exhausted when you do.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and forage, which is going to explore for 2 dice. Okay, this isn't great. It's 1 success and a shield. Averick, my hero's power, is that I can convert 1 shield to a success. So 2 successes will be 2 progress. I'm going to reach across you on to the Chamber of Statues. And I draw and resolve 1 exploration card, which is, great, a Tangled Web. Your limbs catch in the sticky, diaphanous web of a spider. Diaphanous.
Are you telling me you don't know what diaphanous means?
I am learning.
Everyone knows diaphanous.
I am learning so many words in this game. I'm going to guess that it's just a synonym for sticky. And this means the sticky web. No?
No.
Or would you enlighten us?
I don't know the exact definition, but it means sort of like translucent and
Sticky.
Pretty. Like
Okay.
a silk robe would be diaphanous.
Huh. Okay.
That doesn't sound like
This
a
is-
bad
yeah.
thing.
Alright, at least I'm tangled in a very pleasant web. Hopefully its maker is not close by. I roll an enemy die again. On a counterattack I suffer 2 wounds, otherwise I become weakened. So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. I do take the 2 wounds. I'm at 10 out of 13, so
wow, that's not good.
yeah, this is actually
Really bad.
Healing potion sounds like a good idea.
This is
Yeah,
such a
it
great,
does.
easy quest.
yeah, right, this is one of the easy ones in the box.
Okay, I can use it at the beginning or end of the hero's activation, so
Perfect, thank you.
go ahead and heal 4.
Lose 4, I'm back down to 6 wounds out of 13. You're up, Ryan.
Alright, well, I really don't want to be poisoned, so before my activation, I'm going to spend my last success token to put a point of damage on the cave spider, and then I will take a rest action, which is caution. So I can exhaust minion engaged with me, but there are none. The rest is 1 die, which is a success, so I'll heal for 1. And then, if all of my other activation cards are exhausted, choose 1 enemy in the shadows. That enemy suffers 1 damage. Oh, I misplayed that, because I meant to do that to the spider.
Well, you can choose something in the shadows.
Yeah, I'll do it to the goblin. I guess I could have taken out the goblins, which is what's frustrating.
Oh, I see. That's okay. I don't have any reason that it's okay. Just okay.
And then I will untap.
Don't forget that you heal an extra 1 because we're in the rest peril.
Okay.
Kyle, you got rats?
I do.
You could take my spider from me and kill it.
I could. But what have you done for me? I can do that. I will do that actually. Sounds like an okay plan.
You can target 2 creatures when you attack?
I can target up to 2 enemies, and then I can become engaged with 1 that I'm not already engaged with. So, so that's gonna be the cave spider.
Okay.
And then it's 2 black dice, right?
Yes, because you have 2 enemies now. Alright.
2 damage.
So you can finish them both off.
I can, but I can't split it up, right?
You can.
Oh, I
that's
can
that's what
split
it means that you targeted 2 enemies?
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
And
Great.
so they won't even
That's amazing.
hurt you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
okay.
they die before they would counterattack. So,
All right. Well,
yeah, you're good.
sucks to suck.
How's it feel? You finally got all the enemies off of you.
Alright.
It feels amazing.
Totally meant to
Highly
do that.
recommend.
Absolutely your plan, I'm sure. Yes.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and study the runes. Mastery of runebound shards requires learning every nuance and claw stroke. That's my rest action.
Claw
So
stroke?
I don't know what that means.
Do you have claws?
No.
Looks like Doctor Strange a little.
So first I may exhaust a minion engaged with me.
Mhm.
He's not a problem. Then I rest.
You critically rest. Roll it again.
Critically rest. So that's 2 there, plus 1 from the peril, plus I get 1 extra since all my other cards were exhausted. So I've definitely fully healed.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I ready all my activation cards.
Bring it up now.
Because I'm weakened, at the end of my activation, I take 1 damage or exhaust 1 action, and I'll just take the damage.
Time for peril.
One more thing. I didn't use a success token that time, so I get to claim 1 success token.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Nice.
Now can we peril?
Now we can peril.
Alright, time to choose a new formation. We can either attack, which would mean we each spawn a new enemy engaged with us, but deal 1 damage to one that we engage, and get a boost to our attacks. Everyone but me is poised to attack, so that's a thought.
No, that's not true.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
it's attack.
Okay. Or we can take the blue one, which is where we can remove progress to avoid spawning enemies in the shadows. And it helps our aid
I
actions.
do kind of favor us getting enough on here so that we can actually start upgrading our actions.
That would take someone actually using their explore action. We've done so little of that.
Well, I can do that next turn.
Or he could
for
explore,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely explore.
Yeah, if we take the blue action this turn, then we can all explore.
Yeah, everyone but me can explore.
Yes, you have to
I have to rest.
You have to heal.
Okay, let's do it. We're going blue. So, each hero may choose 1 enemy engaged with him or her to retreat. That it's only mark your cave spider. Would you like it to retreat?
Well, it's already exhausted,
True.
so...
But it won't be engaged with you on your turn then.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I might as well have it retreat.
Okay. Each hero discards 1 progress from the active location or spawns 1 enemy face down in the shadows. So, I'll choose a progress. Would you like to choose a progress?
I choose a progress.
Alright, that leaves 2 enemies for Kyle and Mark's decisions.
We have a lot of enemies in the shadows.
A few,
Yeah.
yeah. It goes on to say the party cannot travel this round, which, fine. While the peril token is on this space, apply 1 success and 1 shield to the results of all aid actions. Alright, enemy phase.
This is going to be brutal.
Yeah. Who do I want to take on? I'm gonna start with just a Goblin Witcher. I'm still trying to kind of minimize the damage I take here since I am half dead.
Yeah.
So the Goblin Witcher would hex me if it was engaged with me. Then it retreats, and finally it inflicts me for 1, please.
None of these seem very fun. But I will bite the bullet on the Master Goblin Witcher, who hexes, which only happens if he is engaged with me. Then he retreats, and then he inflicts me for 2.
Alright. And if you're looking for fun enemies, you could try the face down ones.
I will opt not to.
Kyle,
Okay.
can I interest you in a face down enemy?
Not really, because I'm half dead too. I don't want it to be something strong.
Hmm.
I can do the reanimate archer. So it would retreat and then inflict. So it's just gonna hit me for 2 damage.
Well, I haven't taken many hits right now. I'm feeling good, so I'll take something heavy and take care of the Master Wraith, which retreats and then inflicts 3 damage.
I'll take the Minion Wraith, which retreats and inflicts for 1 damage, please. I have 5 health left,
Oh man.
but I am going to rest this round.
So I will take this goblin. So it says, it's got an aim shot which says, if this enemy is in the shadows, the hero with the fewest engaged enemies suffers 2 wounds.
Which is anyone.
Which is anyone.
Or 4 right now, I guess.
So I think since you have the least damage now, maybe I'll give you 2 wounds, and then I'll take its, and then it's going to retreat, and then it's going to inflict me for 1.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'll do a face down card.
They could be good.
Reanimate archer again, retreat and inflict for 2 more damage.
Ow, okay.
I am getting brutally close, boys.
Yeah, alright, Mark, finish him off.
Alright, let's see. It's another reanimate archer. This one's a master.
Oh.
So I take 3 damage.
Okay, here. I got you.
We need to get out of here.
Wow, that's not good.
This is going terribly.
This is going very terribly. And you can heal.
So, Lastly is the travel phase. The Chamber of Statues. The party leader rolls a die to see if... Yep. I rolled a counterattack, so I suffer 1 wound or spawn an enemy face down in the shadows. I'm going to take the wound again.
Well, we could just try and run.
I think we need to focus on just trying to get all 9 on here this round and booking it.
There's a whole nother enemy phase in between us and the next travel.
Oh boy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, take the wound. Save us.
Yeah. Alright, that puts me up to 9 out of 13.
Okay.
Okay, we ready all the enemies.
This is not looking good for our party.
Yeah, we're done.
And it's to me for actions, and all I can do is heal thyself. I may exhaust 1 minion engaged with me if there were, and then I rest for 1 die. 2 successes.
Not bad.
Yeah, so 2 damage off myself. If all your other activation cards are exhausted, which they are, choose 1 other hero. That hero recovers 1 wound. I think Kyle has the most wounds.
I'm at 11
but
out of 14, but he's actually closer to being dead.
yeah, Mark has the least remaining hit points. So okay, I'll heal you, Mark.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bringing you up to a lofty, healthy 3.
Feeling great.
Yeah, and then I ready all my activation cards, and I'm done.
So I'm going to use my attack action, make a precise strike. I'm going to become engaged with an reanimate archer. I really need to roll well. There we go.
Oh,
All right.
Does it.
So this is good. So I got 4 damage, which will kill it,
Nice.
and then it will counterattack. But since it's dead, it's not doing that.
Very nice.
And I exhaust my precise strike.
Kyle.
Are we trying to explore right now?
Yeah, that is what we discussed, and so far we're 0 for 2 on exploring.
I can. I mean, yeah.
I mean, you can't attack, so...
Yeah,
can't
we
attack.
need progress on there, so
Yeah, okay.
you've got that
Okay,
success token too. You can get some pretty good exploration
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. So I have to use that for 1 guaranteed, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
before you roll the
Yeah,
dice.
I'll do that.
I guess I should have explored.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so 3 total.
Yes, 3
Awesome.
total progress on there. Very nice. Okay, 3 out of 9.
All right, I got the Book of Stars. You may discard this card after a hero's activation. If you do, choose 2 heroes to each ready 1 activation card.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
Kyle, you have one more thing that happens on yours, right? I can see another bullet point.
Oh, claim as success token. Thank you.
Oh, great.
Sorry, let's do that.
Okay. At the start of your activation, if all of your activation cards are ready, discard this card, so I get to take care of that now.
No longer weak.
So I'm going to use my repel to explore as well, and I'll spend both of my success tokens right
Okay.
away. That's 2,
Okay.
4.
Okay.
Ah.
4 progress. Not bad.
And I draw 1 exploration card. A firebomb. You may discard this card after a hero's activation. If you do, each enemy in the shadows suffers 1 damage.
Whoa!
That's incredible.
So should I just use this right now? It would take out the cave spider and the goblin archers, and do a little hurt to some other things.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah,
Yes.
now that there's a ton of
So-
enemies right now, yeah.
The only reason I can think of to hold on to it is who says that we're not going to have more enemies in this in the near future.
Right.
But the goblin archers in the shadows will do
Ugh.
extra damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Let's get rid of them while we can.
Fireball them.
all right.
So that leaves 2 things dead.
Hey,
and
like the
then-
bestiary said, you burned up the spider.
Yeah.
Hold
We're
on.
doing
I followed
one
instructions.
sheet, everything else.
It's nice to get some hurt on the wraiths too, since we can't get rid of them except by killing them.
Are there still 2 raids out there?
Yes.
Our runaway plan is not actually going to do as much as we'd like to think.
Well, all of these creatures stay in the shadows.
Yeah,
so
they
they're not
retreat out
leaving
there.
the shadows.
If
run
either
away.
one of you explores this time, we should be able to finish off to be able to run.
Since I can't
Yeah.
attack, I might as well explore.
Speaking of planning, it's peril time. So we can't choose blue this time. We can either take the rest action, where if we spend 4 of this now, we can upgrade our actions. I'm not sure we're gonna have a better time.
That's
Yeah.
I think it's a good time.
That's a,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a decent
Yeah.
time.
Okay, so we spawn one enemy face down in the shadows for each hero. Let's add 4. The party leader may discard progress from the active location equal to the number of heroes. I will do so. If he or she does, each hero upgrades 1 activation card. And that is limit once per location, so we cannot do that again in this Chamber of Statues.
Oh, each of us get to upgrade.
Yes, so go ahead and take a look. Okay, so when I aid, I now do it with Natural Remedy. And that makes me a Spirit Speaker. Spirit Speakers learn the language and moods of nature, and the spirits are glad to render help to those who respect it. So respect me. Nature will respect you.
So I am now a Wildlander, and my new Explorer ability is called Eagle Eye. And it says that perception is its own reward. The new benefit is that when I can discard 1 success token to deal damage to 2 enemies in the shadows.
Solid.
I upgraded my attack to Oath of Honor. I can become engaged with 1 enemy. I get to roll an extra attack die. I choose 1 hero, target 1 additional enemy that's attacking that hero, and if that person has 2 or more exhausted activation cards, I get +2 attack and +1 defense on my next roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, I went the Geomancer route and upgraded my Explorer to Terracall. So, assuming I ever actually get to use it, I can deal some auto damage and cause enemies to retreat off of my allies.
Okay, back to it. So the one other effect of that peril to remember is that anyone who rests this round gets an extra success. Because we got tons of time to rest at this point. And it's our favorite, it's the enemy phase. We've got 10 enemies to survive here. Starting with me. I do have 6 hit points left, which actually puts me on the healthy side of the team. So I'll start with, I don't want to risk myself dying though, because I'm the healer. I'm going to start with something that does 2. I'll take the Goblin Witcher. So it fails to hex since it's not engaged with me, it retreats and it inflicts for 2.
I think I should just accept my fate.
Nah, you got this.
Alright, so, well, let's see. Someone's going to have to take this 2 damage, so I'm going to take this Reanimate Warrior's Retreat and Inflict to deal 2 damage to me. Putting me up to 7 out of 11. I have 4 hit points left.
See, the other way of thinking about this is I take 2 damage my first hit and 3 damage my second hit, just to soak up 5 damage and die. Because I may just die anyway.
Just to take maximum damage on your way out.
Right.
I mean...
Did the number of heroes go down per the scenario when someone dies?
I think so. Yeah. I might have to check that. You have what, 3 hit points left?
I have 3 left. It would have been good
Yeah.
to take it 2, honestly. I'll take a 1.
The Wraith inflicts 1 to you?
Yeah.
Alright, Mark.
I'm kind of thinking I might take something from the shadows and hope it's a 2.
Just so that you can set yourself up to soak as much damage as possible on your way to
Right.
death. Be my guest.
I'm a martyr. Alright, let's see. It's a zombie. So it grabs, which since it is not engaged with me, it does not actually do. And then it advances, and then it inflicts 1 damage.
Okay. 4 hit points left. I'm gonna go for the shadows also. Because I'm gonna have to do a 3rd enemy as we get back around to me. I found a zombie also. It fails to grab me, it advances, and it inflicts for 1. Could you hand me 1?
Alright. Well, now things are looking pretty grim. I have 4 health and I have to do 2 enemies. So I need to hope that something is going to not do damage. So I'm actually going to try and set myself up for the most success by taking this. Wait, you have 2 health
I have
left?
2 health left.
It's looking like whoever takes those, we have 2 3s still up. Whoever takes them is gonna die.
Yes.
Right?
So
I don't think any of us can afford to take a 3 and not die.
I can absolutely take a 3 right now, but I think I'm going to roll the dice with 1 in the shadows, and that'll give us the best chance. So this is a zombie. It's going to grab, advance, and grab, so it will do no damage to me. I just need to exhaust an activation card, which I will exhaust my draw attention.
That was the master. The master does less damage, just grabs instead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will be at 13 out of 14 if I grab that 1.
I think that's what you got to do.
But then it's going to kill somebody else.
I might.
Because there's going to be a 3.
By my count, you're already at 12.
I'm at 12. Yeah,
Oh,
so
if you grab the 1, right.
Yeah.
I mean, that means you'll get a turn, probably.
I mean, that's true, but am I more useful than he is? It's the question.
I think at this point you probably are.
You have the upgraded attack still, so if you get to swing, then that increases our chances.
And I can help you ready it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so that one inflicts, it fails to hex you, it retreats and inflicts 1 on you.
Cool.
Alright,
Just hit me for 1.
1 hit point left on the warrior.
Does between the Wraith and the Reanimate Archer, does it matter which fate I choose for myself?
I'm not seeing how it would matter, no.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna choose to die by Wraith. It's a more glorious death, and that does it for me.
No.
Oh. I was gonna say, blank, we hardly knew you, but I forgot your name. So, just know that we are very respectful about the sacrifice you made for
You
us.
really hardly knew me.
Yeah. Okay, that leaves me with 3 damage that would kill me or the face down. So I'm gonna spin the wheel. I found a Goblin Witcher minion, so it's just going to do 1 damage to me.
And then it'll retreat.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Hex Retreat Inflict, so it stays out in the shadows and does 1 damage to me. So I survived that one.
Alright. And
You can afford to
I
take the 3.
can take this Reanimate Archer, which will retreat and then inflict 3 on me, putting me up to 10 out of 11.
We are all
So
so close.
So what is the sum total of our hit points at the moment?
4?
Yeah.
Great. So all you guys need to do is kill 10 enemies, advance the location, kill the boss. Easy.
Without taking 4 more damage. Well, I can increase that.
Well, we can always just hope that we dig through that dungeon deck and find something amazing. Is there anything that destroys all enemies?
Firebomb was probably the closest there is.
Destroy all enemies, regain all health, and reanimate a dead hero.
I was getting ahead of myself about to do my action. We do have to do the travel phase, where in the Chamber of Statues, the party leader rolls a black die, and I rolled nothing, so no negative effect, which finally something went right. Okay, yes, I'm going to use my new natural remedy to aid you, Kyle.
Thank you.
So it does a few things. I'm going to aid with 3 white dice
Okay.
and a black die for my zombie. Okay. So I'm going to re-roll my crits. Another 2 successes. So 4 successes. My power is also that I can convert a shield to success, so 5. So Kyle, you get 5 success tokens for my aiding you.
Wow.
You actually, I see you have 1. There's a maximum of 5, so go ahead and add 4.
What?
The zombie does counterattack against me for 1, but I have another shield to cancel that out. So that went about as well as it could be expected. Also, the hero I aided may ready 1 activation card and exhaust 1 minion engaged with him or her, so I wish you had had 1 to take advantage of that.
Okay.
And the hero I target recovers 3 wounds.
This seems kind of lame. I don't
Yes.
think I should do it. This is a can, right?
No.
It just does happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, you heal. You heal whether you like it or not, and I'm done.
Alright, so what we really need to hope here is that this zombie master doesn't destroy me. I'm going to use my eagle eye ability to explore.
Okay.
I don't have any success tokens to spend, so
Can I
unfortunately...
add those to yours?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, sorry, you can only use them on your own actions.
If you had aided me, then I would have been able to kill him and kill some other stuff. It would have been really fun.
Well, you should have spoken up.
Alright, let's hope I get a shield. Excellent. Only one success. So I get one success toward.
Throw a progress onto the location.
One progress toward the location. Let's look at 2 cards. Let's see what we got. Scroll of Resurrection. Restore all. No.
That would have been amazing.
Dang it.
Well, falling debris sounds bad. So I'm going to put that at the bottom of the deck.
That seems.
And let's look at a
wise.
Mana Weave rune. This says, I may discard this card before or after a hero's activation. If you do, that hero recovers 1 health and claims 1 success token.
Okay.
So then we resolve the Nemesis effect. So I will, what does he do?
It's gonna heal something undead.
This enemy or an undead enemy recovers 2 health.
Pick
Wow.
your favorite undead to heal.
Any of these 4.
I will choose not a Wraith, and let's choose this bone, this Reanimate Archer. And then I am going to discard this Mana Weave rune. I don't know if it will help me too much.
You're the one who's complaining about never having success tokens, so you should
Yes.
use it on yourself.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to survive, but if I heal Kyle for
Well,
one,
I wouldn't be able to take a success.
that's true. You can't get a success token.
None of us are going to survive. So
That kind
Wow.
of fatalistic thinking will get us nowhere.
Alright, I'm going to discard this Mana Weave rune to gain a success token and recover 1 health.
all right, you're up to 2 health.
It's a 2 health.
I feel like it's just
So
impossible to kill all of them. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You've got an attack action up. Show us what you
And
got.
it's impossible.
kill
I
all
can
of
become
them right
engaged
now.
with 1 enemy.
I have all of my abilities
Mm.
exhausted, so if you take it, then you'll get a bunch of buffs on your attack, right?
Yeah, I mean, only if I attack that one though. The one engaging you.
The one that doesn't do any damage, or the least of our worries.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You may target 1 additional enemy engaged with that hero. Okay, so I can engage something and that, I believe, is what this is telling me. I'm going to target him. I'm going to engage. What do you think, Reanimate Archer or Wraith? They're both kind of the same. This one has 1 extra, like, resilience.
So go for that
Well,
Wraith.
the
You've
Wraiths
got all of the
come with
success
us.
tokens, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah, definitely spend 2 of those 5 success
Yeah.
tokens. It's the last chance you have to do so if we all die.
Yeah. Can I also use these to, like, give myself health?
You cannot.
That would be amazing.
I mean, you can when you rest.
Oh.
Because
I'll
you
have
roll.
the
You
chance
roll
to
it.
do that when I'm dead.
There you
In
go.
like 5 minutes.
So you're targeting the Wraith that you just engaged,
And-
and you're
yeah.
targeting Ryan's zombie.
Yes.
And then
Yes,
because
correct.
Ryan has 2 cards exhausted, you get a bonus to your attack.
Okay.
And defense.
Right? Is that all? I think that's all how that works.
Yeah. Add 2 extra damage and 1 extra to defense to the results.
Okay. Nice.
Do I need 2 of these black die then?
No, only one.
Only
Because
one.
you're still only engaged with 1 monster.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, that looks good.
Yeah, so that's 4. Actually, that's
Well,
just barely enough.
4, and you spent 2 success
Oh, yeah,
tokens,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
you get
that's
2
true.
bonus.
That's
on your
true.
power. I'm counting 8.
Okay, yeah,
so 8 damage.
Yeah, easily both of these are dead.
Great. Okay.
And 3 shields because of your card and the 2 shields there, so you actually avoid all the damage from the Wraith too.
Also, he avoided it by killing it.
Yeah.
But it's a nice thought, right?
Yeah.
You know, at least he was really holding that shield good.
Well, we need to survive 12 enemies this enemy phase.
Oh my god, yeah, that's
We're gonna
right.
draw
You
4
had
more.
4 more. Yeah, we're dead.
I
Should
don't
we
need
even
to
waste
survive
our
any
time?
enemies.
Well,
We could go to the blue zone, take all the progress off of the thing and spawn no new enemies, and
Yeah.
only have to survive 8.
That's our only chance of
9.
continuing the game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even these will still probably kill us.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. For
I
sure.
gotta tell you, it's a lot less stressful if you're just dead.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, yeah, it is the peril phase. So yeah, party leader is choosing the blue peril, where we fall back. We can each choose an enemy to retreat. So I'm going to have my zombie retreat. We actually have been leaving these exhausted from last round, but they should all be ready to fight us, because that's coming up next. And then we can, since there are 3 of us left, we can remove 3 progress to not spawn any new enemies this round for once. And if we do any aid actions this round, they get bonuses. Alright, time to fight these 8 enemies. It starts with me. I've got 2 hit points left, so I'm I'm gonna choose one that will do 1 damage. A zombie will fail to grab since it's not engaged with me, advance and inflict 1. I don't know how I get out of dying on my next.
Oh, you'll die. Yeah.
Yeah. I have 2 health left, so I will similarly activate this Goblin Witcher to do 1 damage to me, or to Hex, which does nothing, to retreat and then inflict 1.
Stay
Looking
alive.
Pretty grim.
You got this, Kyle. You have 4 hit points.
I have 4 hit points.
Look at all that health.
So, let's see. Should I just take a couple ones and you guys just take it?
Yes.
So this one's going to. It can't grab. It's going to advance on me, and it's going to inflict 1 damage.
Zombie does 1. Okay.
Yeah. And then I turn it sideways.
Alright. Mark is dead. Man, that means 8 enemies used to mean 2 each, but this actually means more than 2 each. There's nothing that does no damage, and I have 1 hit point, so I will take the maximum damage possible.
Yeah, there you go.
And take the Master Reanimate Archer. It retreats and then inflicts for 3, which kills me, and overkills me by 2. This exhausted zombie that fought me earlier can go back out in the shadows. Godspeed.
Well, I have a choice between dying, or dying. In which case, I will activate the Master Goblin Witcher, which will fail to Hex, retreat, and then inflict 2 on me, which puts me to
12 out of 11.
12 out of 11.
Oh, cool. I'm dead anyways.
Yeah, guys, I'm doing the math here.
Yeah.
It's not looking great.
I'm seeing, 3 hit points left on you, Kyle?
Yeah.
And 4 damage on those enemies. Alright, I guess we better just call it.
Yeah. Alright.
So-
Turn them sideways, and we're done, so.
Meanwhile, our nemesis here is like, someone was trying to kill me?
This
even notice.
this was literally like unbelievably difficult.
So this was a quest that is rated one of the easier ones in the box. There are 3 difficulty ratings, and this is the lowest one. What
I don't understand what we did wrong. What did we do wrong?
I mean, the main thing I can think of is we could have taken our time on the first location and upgraded an ability, and then hoped that that power from those abilities would let us kill more enemies.
Okay.
I think if we were to do it again, I would do that. I don't know if it would have turned the tide that was so strongly against us.
The funny thing is, the one other time we played a full game of this, we were like, this game is way too easy.
Well, yeah, that first quest is very easy. The healer had nothing to do because no one was hurt.
So those rates are the challenge and difficulty, and we chose all of our monsters randomly, but all of the trivial monsters we had to take, but the rates were one of I think we got 3 out of the 6 options there, and so they were gnarly because we couldn't just run away from them.
Yeah. So if we were to try this one again, we would not necessarily have rates.
Yeah.
that might help.
Being able to opt into a big run fest may have saved us.
Yeah. The problem is, and I guess it's cool that there's different strategies, but if you keep moving, you're never going to upgrade your powers. And then we've been staring at this nemesis. We never even got to fight him, but he has 2 resilience. So without upgraded attack powers, like how do we even get through those shields almost?
It's brutal.
Aid, success tokens. We didn't do
Alright.
very much aiding in this game.
That's true. I did every chance I got, but other than that...
I think the rest of us, we may be underestimating how good aid could be.
Being able to just pour success tokens into the important rolls that you do is real good, yeah. Okay, well, it's something that I look forward to trying again and doing better. I really enjoy this game, even though, that hurt.
Yeah, I don't think we could possibly have a worse result than we just did. So, I think
Well,
it's all
hopefully
uphill from here.
we'll try again sometime soon. See how it goes. Thank you if you stuck with us, watching us get demolished by Heroes of Terrinoth. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, be optimal.